Is that actually just Floowandereeze running around and trying to pretend that they're the best deck in the room? Well, let's go take a look at these tournament results for Battle of Chaos. Back to 33.8%. If you guys have not smashed the crap out of that subscribe button, smash it so we can get to 102,000. So there's a premiere event at a card merchant in New Zealand here. And this is actually kind of interesting to kind of look at some of these breakdowns because I haven't seen large full data yet for events. So kind of taking a look at some of these things kind of catches my eyes onto what players are expecting here. So we had two little M-Pen and Friends decks, which okay, we knew that Journey was going to push this deck up to insane levels, which is very interesting. I see that we have a Tri-Brigade list for this event, which did well. And then Blue Eyes White Dragon Control down here really has been doing its thing. I hate to say this, but I think a very good Blue Eyes player can do very well. And then, of course, we have a DDD list peeking its head down there at 5th place, and do not underestimate DDD at all this list. All right, this is just one little snapshot into the format as to what you can kind of expect here. Now, the first list we're going to see here is 1st place was actually Floowandereeze. So Floowandereeze ended up winning the event. We are also only maining 2 Dimension Shifter. I guess I can go back and forth on a multiple level. It's like, do you want to 3 Shifter what you want to do? It's up to you guys. We also are main decking the Apex Avian. I think that that's a little bit more of a current edition added to it. I think, what was it? A few people were just like, you just need the barrier statue, or like double M-Pen Ryza. Kind of just rounds out your matchups. You don't really need to worry about anything else with that. We also have the Gold Sark in the main deck for the starter. I mean, that's fine. I'll take an extra banish from the deck to set up and do good. I also see here that we have effectively triple Chalice as well for board breaking. Outside of that, the main deck feels pretty solid here. I'll see that we have the 3rd Shifter in the side deck. That's fine. We also are side decking those Ghost Reapers so that we can laugh at the opponent. Okay. And then the extra deck's just chock full of resources for those prosperities. Okay. Not bad. 2nd place over here was actually Tri-Brigade. Now, how standard does Tri-Brigade actually get in the modern format? Well, let me tell you what. It doesn't get much more standard than this, in my opinion. The fact that you're still doing the DPE package to break boards. We have Solemn Strikes in this build, so we have a solid trap lineup. The one Chalice feels a little bit out of left field for me, but I feel like at this point it's fine. And then, of course, we have the Gammas in case our opponent tries to get super cheeky here and interrupt our summon of the cat. Because nothing says LOL at your opponent than, Rescue Cat effect, Chain Ash, Chain Gamma, and you're just like, get away with it. Same tricks can still apply with this deck. There's really no loss whatsoever with this. So it's working. If it's not broken, why fix it? So I think we'll continue to see success with Tri-Brigade in really some capacity going forward here. Next up here was Blue Eyes deck. Now, I've seen a couple of Blue Eyes variants out here actually doing pretty well. Skill drain really does help this deck in some capacity. I think the interesting thing was this deck only had 1 skill drain. Not sure on if we want to push for more of that. I also see that we're a pretty big combo deck here. We're also taking advantage of the Chaos Armageddon. You also will see in this list that we're also only packing in the 1 alternative dragon. As I've said in the past here, you know, I know a lot of people look at alternative, they're like, oh, I want to play multiples of this. The card is not physically that good because it has that restriction to the once per turn summon. So most people are just locking it up as a 1-up and walking away. But for the most part here, I think the ratios on this list feel pretty good. This deck didn't get crazy more powerful. I think it just got a lot more consistent in the right and what it already does. So don't be surprised if you play more events and you're just like, what's going on here? Blue Eyes? What in the world? Next up here was the other Floowandereeze list. Now, this list is playing the 1 M-Pen, the 1 Ryza, and the 1 copy of the Apex. We also have, of course, the triple copies of Dimension Shifter here. And I do see here that we are taking a little bit more advantage of the Nadir package. Now, you can build in Nadirs / Ecclesias to get access to punishments in this deck, and you're kind of pulling in the same results, in my opinion. You get more consistent board breaking, and that's not a bad thing. I also see down here that we're side decking in the inspector borders. Absolutely gotta love to see it. All right, hey man, if your opponent can't play the game, what are you absolutely worried about? No skin off of your back, right? And then I also see down here that heavy board breaking in the side deck. Of course, the triple sphere mode is kind of cute. Outside of that, this looks pretty standard for what I would really want to consider one of the more metagame contenders, ladies and gentlemen. And the last list we have for you guys here is DDD. I've seen a lot of combo lists kind of coming out here and messing around with this. I think the most interesting thing out of this list here was they're actually playing the Pyrade's map here so that you can get to your searchability options, because I mean, Negroslime is a very good level 1, you know, so is Lamia. So you have very good starters that you can get access to here via the map here. That's actually kind of cool. The map actually makes your life a lot more consistent here, because you're not playing Extrav in this deck. Why would you? Your extra deck's too tight. So pulling off a Pyrade's map to get your deck started seems pretty good. Outside of that, DDD is a massive combo heavy monster this format. It's going to continue to rip your opponent apart, and I think a lot of players are just going to be like, oh, I can't do anything about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your little metagame breakdown for this one event. So guys, what do you think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the like, comment, that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.